are you today, Larry?
Oh, as we would say in Texas, fair to Midland, Park McLeod in Odessa.
Oh, you just got me stumbled there. What is that?
It's a couple of cities in Texas.
Okay.
You know, fair to Park McLeod,
Oh, okay.
that sort of thing.
You said it so fast, I just...
Fair to Midland, Park McLeod in Odessa. They're sister towns.
So what does that mean exactly? Like you have so many things on your mind?
It means like, kind of like so-so.
Okay.
You know, could be better, could be worse. You know.
Tell me about that.
Well, today's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't even remember it until I woke up and I fired up Facebook and there were some birthday wishes there. And I went, oh, that's today. So it's a little strange. A couple of weeks ago it kind of hit me. You know, oh my God, I'm going to be 58. Oh, hell, that's 2 years from 60. No! I'm not ready for that. So it's been a little strange. I've kind of had that attitude over the past few years. Oh, it's just another day, but it isn't. You know, and so it's kind of strange.
I think it's a celebration that, you know, you're still here. Everyone, I love birthdays just because, you know, even, you know, my friend, it's just another day that it's a good day, I feel it should be. Is that how it is?
Well, I did something different for the first time today when I was walking to school. I started expressing gratitude for being here, you know, this long, you know, having another birthday, to, you know, being grateful to be able to have another year, that sort of thing. It just kind of changed my attitude about it a little bit, and I think that helped.
Did that make you feel better?
I think it did make me feel a little bit better. You know, I'm trying to find ways and catch those little moments to acknowledge and express gratitude for things. You know, even bad things. You know, because of the lessons that can come out of it. It's challenging. But, you know, I feel as though it is something that we don't do often enough. You know, and so just try to change my attitude and approach to life. Especially, I think I might have alluded to this last week, not on a video, about, you know, been in kind of a place of some depression, and that's finally lifted. Especially since I quit reading the book I was reading. It was on depth psychology. It was really triggering a lot of unconscious stuff coming up. It's like, oh yeah, you don't want to go in the unconscious mind alone, you know. And so it's like, okay, maybe I'll start seeking out somebody who, you know, works in depth psychology that can, you know, help guide a person when they're going into the unconscious. Instead of just doing it on my own. And it wasn't intentional. It was just the material in the book was triggering things internally, going, oh, hear me, you know.
So you talked about last week being the time, or the past 2 weeks being the time of the month. Is it now that, does that happen often where you get like depressed and then you get happy? Like you...
Not so much
but
happy.
You feel like...
I've been noticing this for a number of years, that once a month my energy levels drop. I seem to kind of go into depression, and it lasts about a week, and then it leaves. And I started doing a lot of research on it, kind of find out, yeah, men go through a cycle too, you know, a hormonal cycle. And so I've actually, after this last time, because it seemed to be a lot more intense, decided to start plotting it and keeping track of it, calorie-wise.
Have you found ways to deal with this, to try to change it maybe, or?
This is one of the reasons that I'm plotting it, because usually when it occurs, I'll go 2-3 days just going, what the hell's going on? And then all of a sudden I'll go, oh, it's around the same time of the month. You know, so I'm just trying to be aware of it, you know, to possibly take measures, you know, like boosting up on supplements or something like that, to see if that will help. And then just having an awareness that, oh, this is just a normal monthly thing, there's nothing to worry about. It's just part of life, you know. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're feeling a lot better this week.
Yeah, I am too. I am too. Although, you know, things really got strange a couple of days ago.
Tell me about that.
I was contacted by a former girlfriend who I was in a relationship last year with. And it was a very challenging thing, because it turns out she had been in a cult. And there was she wasn't upfront with me about a lot of things, so there was some trust things going on in that, and I helped her get out of the cult. She moved away to Portland. And she contacted me a couple of days ago saying, I need some help. Because she said since she moved up to Portland, which was back in July or August, she's gained 10 pounds a month. She had injured her leg when she made the move and hadn't been able to exercise and that. She felt as though that, and she said that she's, you know, sought out other counseling, but said she felt like really I was the only person that might be able to help her, or, you know, figure out a way to get her help in that. So I was like, oh, do I really want to go there? You know, so I started thinking about what Dominic's teaching, you know, from this class and everything. And I wrote her an extensive letter, you know, and told her that I talked to various people about this, and that there were reservations and concerns, you know, about my objectivity, etc. But I didn't want to come across as though I was denying her either. So in the letter I laid out, you know, if we were to work like this, first off, these are the concerns, and that we would have to come together with an written agreement, and that she had expressed in her letter that she didn't feel comfortable with the people that she had been working with. It didn't work right and all that. So I just laid it out to her, you know, that this is what would be expected. And so I wanted her to realize that I'm not going into that rescue mode, you know, like before, because I have a tendency to do that. That seems to be the kind of a pattern of being the knight in shining armor type of thing. And so anyway, she realized, okay, yeah, you're right, this may not be a good idea, that, you know, because of our past together, she might not feel comfortable revealing some things and all that. And perfectly fine with that. And then I get an email from her this morning, because we had a big blowout, and we didn't speak for a long time. Some of it was just purely misunderstanding and miscommunication. I thought she broke up with me, she thought I broke up with her, that sort of thing. And so there's been talk about being friends. And you know, last night she said, you know, I still don't know how we could be friends. And I said, well, I don't either. But if, you know, time will tell, and if it's meant to be, it'll be. So I got an email from her this morning, when actually right before class started, her and my little dean. And she said that well, basically she said she still has such strong feelings for me that she doesn't feel like she could just be friends. And now I'm sitting here going, oh, hell. You know. So I've been thinking about, you know, how to respond and everything like that. I mean, I still have feelings for her too. You know, I was over in the garden the other day, and there was a woman over in a new gardener that I heard her laugh, and it sounded like my ex-girlfriend's laugh. And it's like, oh, I miss her out here in the gardens. You know, that sort of thing. So there's still feelings that I have for her. But with her being in Portland, me being down here, there ain't no way in hell that it's going to work. I've tried long distance before. And so I'm kind of in this place of like, where do I go from here? You know, part of me longs to be in a relationship, but the other part of me is scared to death considering my track history.
All right, I would love to get more into this
Yeah.
later, but it seems like our time is up.
Right.
So thank you for sharing,
Yeah.
and let's be sure to get into this next
Next
week,
time,
right?
yeah. Boy, the time just really goes